As a business, we do content creation, so we do content for websites and blog posts. We do social media training and social media management, and we do newsletter creation as well. Who am I? I'm a stepmom to Holly and Jamie. They are both 13 years old. There's 9 months in it. They are both going through terrible teens, and we're going to Jamie's sports day this afternoon. I am a granddaughter to my amazing grandparents, both mid-80s. I haven't really got parents to speak of, so my grandparents are it, and they mean the world to me. I have 2 cats. I'm a fur mum, Storm and Dobby, and my fiancé has stopped me being a crazy cat lady. What inspired me to set up Creative Content Company? My grandparents. They mean the world to me, so I always just want to make them proud. I never told them about my business, and then asked them out for a meal at Peterborough Museum, and when they arrived there, I had my first birthday party. And at that point, they found out I'd been running a business for a year and not told them. Didn't go down that well, if we're honest. And Annabelle Rose, who is my daughter. She's 14 years old today. And for various reasons, I chose to have her adopted before she was born. But as I said, she's 14 years old. In 2 years' time, she can come and find me, and I want to make sure that she's proud of me. So regardless of decisions that I've made in her future, I've done this to ensure that she's proud of me if she does come and find me. Happy birthday. Where it began. I was a business development manager for a catering company. I am not very good at sales. I'm terrible at saying buy things now. The company's now gone bust. Who'd have known it? I went to a networking event when I worked for this company. And I can't say their name because they've relaunched and they're quite local to here. I went to a networking event and I was told blogging's really, really good. And I didn't really get this whole blogging thing. So I kind of went, not so keen. And they went, we're going to do a competition. The person that writes the best blog and gets the most views wins a box of chocolates. I'm like, do you know what? Maybe blogging's worth it. We'll give it a go. So wrote a blog post about 5 a day. I was eating cheese and onion crisps, onion, potato, 2 of my 5 a day. I was eating a cherry bakewell, strawberry jam, cherry, 2 of my 5 a day. I was drinking Malibu and lemonade, coconut, lemon, 6 of my 5 a day, just like that. Wrote this blog post, clearly wasn't a serious, sensible one, although Exhibit A, it's worked for me. Got loads of views overnight, won the box of chocolates. Got loads of people commenting on it and decided to carry on blogging, so just did it for fun. I applied for a job with a large media company in Peterborough. They said my CV was too jumpy and they wouldn't employ me. 2 weeks later, the director of the same company saw my blogs and went, wow, these blogs are really good. Can you come in for an interview? So I just played dumb and went for it. Interview went really, really well. They asked to see my CV, which I claimed I didn't have. They said my name was quite recognizable, and I just played dumb, and then kind of admitted a week in my job that actually had told me I couldn't have this job. Surprise! I was with them for a year and a half, and they do the websites for The Ideal Home Show, Britain's Next Top Model, and Top Gear. So they did some big websites. They are really good at making big companies bigger and rich people richer, but they don't work with smaller businesses. And I'd started looking around and I saw that smaller businesses needed help. So I said to them, I want to work with smaller businesses. Got a little bit cocky. Said, I'll do it with you or I'll do it without you. And they went, do it without us then. And I said, shit. They said, well, hold your job open for 6 months. So when it goes wrong, you can come back. And luckily, I didn't have to go back. The next time they saw me, I was introduced to them by my first client who was Compare the Meerkat. So that didn't go down so well. So then, Creative Content was born, and that's how we now have Creative Content Company offering content, social media, and newsletter creation. We are now nearly 6 years old. We're 6 years old in September the 23rd. We are growing in sales month on month. We've won 13 business awards, and we're helping about 30 clients each month. So the business is going well. But today I'd like to talk about blogging. So we're going to go real basic on this one. Google Robots, this guy, does a little knock, knock, knock on your website. He looks at and takes a photo of your website and sees what it looks like and what's going on. It looks for updates. It looks for good stuff, it looks for changes. When it sees good stuff, updates, changes, then that's when you're going to go higher up on the search engines. The more good stuff you do, the more higher up you go on the search engines, in really basic terms. There's lots and lots of things you can do to do good things, but blogging is one of them. So what is a blog post? A blog post is an article that's 300, 600 words long. This is roughly 3/4 of an A4 page, font size 12, so you know roughly what you're looking at. Sentences of less than 20 words are better for SEO, and paragraphs of 3 to 5 lines. So you can consider those things when you're doing it. I gave you some paper in case you want to note that down. So 300, 600 words, 3/4 of a page, sentences of less than 20 words, and paragraphs of 3 to 5 lines. It is essential that you include a keyword, and a keyword is what you want to be found for. So if you are a plumber in Peterborough, plumbing could be one thing you're looking at doing. Toilet blockage clearing could be another keyword that you're looking to get found for. So think about what people search into Google to find your business, and that should be a blog post or a blog post title for you. Why should you blog? To get that Google love, and that's a very simple term, Google loves seeing blog posts. It gives your website regular updates, so when Google comes back, it sees those regular updates. We have clients that we do weekly blog posts for and monthly blog posts for. The more frequently you do it, the more you'll see your website rise higher. So the more you can do it, better. It helps improve your SEO of the website because you're targeting different keywords. So if, for example, you are the plumber in Peterborough, you could do a page about plumber in Hampton, plumber in Norton Southgate, plumber in Parnwell, and cover those local areas. It portrays you as an industry expert because you're saying what's going on in the industry. You're showing that you know what you're talking about. It gives you more stuff to share on social media. You should be sharing on social media 5 times every day. If you've got a bank of blog posts, that is so easy. I keep using this terrible example. I need to find a better one. If you are a recruitment company and your blog post is top 10 tips for an interview, and the first tip is wear clothes, in your social media post, you say, top 10 tips for succeeding at your interview, tip number 1, wear clothes. For more tips like this, go back to the blog post. 3 days later, tip number 2, have a wash. For more tips like this, go back to the blog post. Yep, got that job. This is why I'm self-employed. So you can use those blog snippets all the time. And remember, not everyone's reading those blog posts. So the blog post that you wrote 5 years ago can still be used today. A blog post gives you more pages on your website as well, and it saves time answering frequently asked questions. If you are a masseuse and people want to know what a sports massage is, if you have a blog post called What is a Sports Massage, every single time someone messages you on Facebook saying what is a sports massage, instead of writing the same thing every time, just send them that link to the blog post. And if people are asking you those questions, they're going to be Googling the same questions as well. So make sure you are the person that's answering that question. Because if their question is the title of your blog post, then it's going to get seen on Google much higher. And that's what we want. Where to post your blog? By writing it and not sharing it, it's just going to be seen by Google. And that's great, because you'll get that Google points that help with the SEO. But there's so much more you can do with your blog posts. You can post them on your website. You can post them as a LinkedIn article. So the LinkedIn articles, when you post those, everyone on LinkedIn sees that you've just uploaded an article. So that's a really good thing to do with your blog post. You can share snippets on social media with the link back, like we said with the recruitment blog post. You can post it as a Connect member on the Connect website instead of your website. Don't do it on both, because that's duplicate content. But if there's a topic that you want to write a blog post about and think, actually, there's another angle to this, you can go on the Connect website. And the benefit of that is you're opening yourself to a new audience, not just people on your website, but people on the Connect website as well. You can use it in a newsletter. You can put a link in the bottom of your emails, and you can put it on a flyer as well. So there's a lot of people at the Peterborough Biscuit that used our blog posts on their flyers, which is a really good way of promoting what you do. And then for more details on this, have a look at our website. So all you're doing is direct people to your website all the time. Where to get blog ideas, which is the second page of what I've given you. There's a list where you can pop some blog ideas on it. Oh, I got a bit teacher then, sorry. There's a really good website. When I say really good website, it's great for information. It looks horrendous. It's called brownielocks.com. And it's got all your national days, your national weeks, and your national months. So you can look at that and see what you can use. There is a 99.9% chance you will find at least 3 things on there that will work for your business, because there are so many national days, weeks, and months. Brownielocks.com. If anyone's seen Julie's posts on social media, which are really good and I don't do them, she does some of the national days on there as well in her posts, and they're really good topics for social media blog posts as well. So do try that. Search your industry or your keywords in news on Google, because there'll be articles that are happening and things that are happening in the news, and then put your take on that. Just seen this article about this, or this is something that's just happened, this is what I think. So again, you're selling your personal self. Look at similar businesses, see what they're writing about. Look at their titles, don't read the blog posts, but then see what you would write about for that title. And you can get ideas from there. Again, we said about FAQs, all those frequently asked questions should definitely be blog posts. Look at competition, look at people that resell what you sell. Look at what your suppliers are saying as well. Take a notepad with you wherever you go, because you'll sit at a networking event and someone will ask you a question or someone will say something and you think, gosh, that's a really good point. Sometimes so we've been content writers for ages. Someone asked us the other day if we knew a copywriter. Completely unaware it's exactly the same thing. So think about what other things people might know you as, because an event planner could also be an event organizer, but I don't know that planners also organize. So just go really down to basics, what other people think you do. A caterer could be a food maker. So we need to go right down to basics. The other option for blog ideas is that we can give you 10 blog post ideas for £25, and then you can write the blog post yourself. What a great idea, I know. What if you just hate blogging? How can you blog if you hate blogging? You could call us. That's Hazel Cottrell at the Creative Content Company. Thank you very much.